Greg Davis is the head teacher at Shiplake College, which has banned the online contact, and John Tate, deputy head at Acklam Grange School, where it is allowed. Very good morning to you.
Morning.
John, what is the benefit of teachers and pupils contacting on social media platforms when they already have an email contact which is presumably patrolled, recorded, and keeps everybody knowing what their position is?
I think for us it's about preparing students for life in modern Britain, and that's our motto at Acklam Grange. And I think that modern technology is a big part of that, and we're finding different ways to engage with the students. And lots of our young students now are engaged with social media, and actually we can engage in very different ways there.
But you can already, a teacher and a pupil, the way that they engage with each other there are already rules about it. And if there is an email contact, which I presume there is, about homework or submitting work, why do they also need to Facebook each other, Instagram direct message, in ways that perhaps parents might have a concern could lead to conversations they might not recognise as those between teachers and pupils?
Yeah, and I think the first thing I want to say is that we obviously look at safeguarding, as paramount in everything, so that nothing's done to contravene that.
But how do you do that? With direct messaging on Twitter, for example, how do you safeguard that? You have no control over that. Well, you have no way of checking what those messages say, right?
Yeah, well, we do as a school, because actually we do a lot of training with staff, and for us it's not about banning it, because we want to educate students and staff on how to use it properly. And actually I think the more we ban it, the more actually we kind of push it under the carpet.
How do you know what they're sending in a direct message?
Well, none of it's in direct messages. It's all kind of via professional Twitter accounts or professional Instagram accounts that staff have maybe set up as their professional accounts, and none of this is via
but direct messages are by definition, they're private, and that they wouldn't be recorded if they exchange them and delete them. You can't get hold of them.
No, but none of it's via direct message. It's all via an open, transparent system.
You don't think it is, but if you encourage the... Let's bring in Greg. I mean, you're against this. My issue with this, and I've got 4 kids, 3 of whom have been through this and very socially media savvy, but they do have official school email systems, which presumably are all backed up and recorded. So if there's any issue that arises, it's all there. My issue with Facebook messaging, even text messaging, is that a lot of that stuff can't be retrieved should there be an issue.
Well, that's my issue with it too. It's not as transparent, as you say, as email. But this is about, for me, choice, risk, consequence. So we made a choice 4 years ago to bring 3G, 4G phones into the classroom because, like you, John, we thought it would benefit learning. What we found out, why I changed it, why I made a different choice last year, was outside of the classroom. What was happening was that pupils were communicating in their spare time with their phones, not with each other. Now, John, you said about preparing people for the modern world. What I'm thinking now, we're not doing that by allowing them to access social media during the day.
So you ban them altogether from using their phones, even in break times?
Yeah, we've got laptops and pads and lots of technology, but 3G, 4G phones, they are not allowed.
John, I mean, there is an argument, isn't there? You're trying to prepare them, as you say, for the modern world. Yeah. But shouldn't we also keep preparing them to have conversations with each other rather than constantly Instagramming each other?
Our students aren't constant on their phones. We do prepare them for that, and we have regular conversations.
But as a parent, I expect the classroom to be one place where they're not using their phones. I'm like many parents in a constant battle to get my kids off screens and talking face to face.
But if you think about the amount of high quality content that's out there that our students can use, so that they can be, in our classrooms sometimes, we do have very traditional approaches often, but other times our students can be scanning QR codes, they can be accessing high quality content from around the world. We can be using our Twitter streams to be actually posting,
Greg,
news stories.
You found that they weren't
accessing
that, did you?
Reading around the subject.
Well, we have Twitter streams and everything like that, but they are only just for the departments and to advertise work or anything like that. One of my big issues, sorry John about this, but is teachers at night. I want my teachers to be absolutely ready for the next day because they're on stage all the time. So you guys are in the limelight, but being on stage for 6 hours a day, constantly acting for a different class here, different class there, and every day the lines are changed.
And there can't
so
be anything.
in the evening, I want them to be ready,
Yeah,
and I want them rested.
There's no real reason why any teacher needs to contact a pupil after 9 at night, unless it's slightly, in my view, slightly suspicious.
Let me tell. Can I tell you why? Lots of students can.
Very quickly, we're going to wrap.
Lots of students are saying, sending messages to the teachers saying, "Am I on the right track with this? Am I doing well?" We can then get back to them straight away and say, "Yes, you are," or maybe include this, and it's actually saving teachers.
In that case,
it's saving teachers time and saving their workload.
I would just make it mainframe school email system where everyone knows it's all being looked at. That's the way you control it if you want to do that. Anyway, it's
Great
a good debate.
to talk to you.
It's a good debate. I think there are good points on both sides, and it's a debate worth having. Thank you both very much.